Hi everyone, welcome to your weekly readings for the 30th of June to the 6th of July. I hope you've been having a good weekend. It is a big week ahead because there is a solar eclipse coming up on Tuesday, a solar eclipse in Cancer. So home life, ancestry, roots, emotions, all the areas ruled by Cancer, that factors in, as well as the area in your chart that it's going to fit. Hi LV, thank you so much. So take the time to settle in. It's a big week in store. Get yourselves nicely sat down, or have a lie down if you'd like. Breathe in nice and deep. Just allow whatever kind of gunk you're carrying on you just to fall away. Now that just to wipe off on the out breath. Let go of it. Get nice and settled, and we'll get a sense of where we're heading to this week. I'm going to start off with the picture for the collective for this week, and then I'll move on to the 12 signs. I'm not going to focus directly on the solar eclipse, although I'm sure it will figure, but I will be doing probably a separate solar eclipse video tomorrow or Tuesday. But the picture for the collective for the week as a whole, 30th of June to the 6th of July, another month gone. Thank you, LV. So what's the collective picture? Where are we coming from? Where are we heading to? Hi, Sujata. Okay. It's interesting. It's interesting. So the collective, I feel that some of you, maybe a lot of people, are kind of projecting quite a bit of fear into like the energy and the astrology of the time, and this isn't great. Essentially, we're here to work with this, but we're here to empower ourselves, not give power away too much. So like the sense that I get is that people are just sort of eager for things to happen. It's just like, oh, get it over with. And that's sort of like, come on, we can do a bit better than that. We can be more open, more optimistic, more hopeful than that. And deep down, we have that within us as well, but we need to access that. Okay, yeah, there is a solar eclipse on Tuesday. Solar eclipses are not a bad thing. This brings in something new. This brings in something new, you know, so this is a chance to move forward, to shift forward. And some stuff comes in dramatically, and some stuff comes over the next 6 months or a year, and some stuff comes in over the next 18 years. Setting positive intentions to work with it are vital, really, really vital. The Wheel of Fortune is showing up. So I mentioned I feel people are like surrendering a lot of power at the moment. And yes, it's eclipse season. Big changes, drastic changes are coming. But you can still set intentions around what you want to bring in, what you want to work on, what you want to manifest. You know, working with the cycles doesn't mean giving all your power away. It means using that power effectively and then trusting that you're being supported with it. In the subconscious, the Page of Cups is showing up. So what are you heading towards? What are you following? Where is your star that you're following? What are you heading towards? Why are you heading towards that? What do you align yourself to? What are your values? What are your hopes? What are your aspirations? What would you like to create in your life? What would you like to create within the world? The chance here is to give that some consideration. What do you align yourself to? Is it compassion? Is it love? Is it trust? Is it faith? Or is that giving way to fear, to programming, to shame, to guilt, to things that serve no positive purpose whatsoever? And at this time, you really need to be considering that and working with that. It's how we're going to move forward. You know, you can't, we're moving away from the space of divine wisdom. So we've learned stuff, we've picked stuff up, we've brought stuff through. That's all very, very positive. But that's not the whole story. You have to do some thinking, learning, making decisions, planning and acting for yourself as well. Page of Swords, showing up in the present moment for the collective. Look at the world around you. Look at your role within the world. Look at what you practically align yourself to, what you put out there. Are you putting resentment towards people out there? On what level and why, and where's it coming from? Is there jealousy? Is there envy? These are normal emotions. They're healthy emotions. But obviously they need to be brought under a degree of control. Are you acting? Are you responding? Are you reacting? What do you want to do with that going forward? How are you going to stop yourself from assuming the worst, giving power away, and just being like, oh, it's all fucked anyway, so I might as well do nothing? That's not useful. That's not useful. That's what means that things get worse. This is about empowering ourselves to do better. So where do we move towards? We move towards a space of the Eight of Cups. There's that star. Again, make sure you're following a star that is healthy, not just for you, but for the collective as well. Follow that, where your feelings are taking you. But this is the choice. This is the choice at this time. What do you move towards? What are you guided towards? What do you align yourselves to? What decision do you make? What new ventures do you undertake? What are your areas of learning? This is exactly what we need to be working with, because we're bringing in fresh energy with this eclipse, and we can make a choice what we align ourselves to with it. It's supportive. With the Wheel of Fortune, it's supportive if we align ourselves to it. And it doesn't stop at the eclipse. This is setting intentions and practices and values that you're going to carry with you into this week and beyond. What you bring into your relationships, what you bring into your dealings with people, what you bring into your dealings with people who you're not in close relationship to, but you're just running into, meeting, bumping into, passing in the street, on the phone to. What values are you bringing in there? There's a level of responsibility that is required. And there's also moving away from the patterns, behaviors, and sometimes groups or cultures, cliques, whatever, that have held us back, held us in place, made us feel small, meant that we don't control our own minds. Someone's trying to control you. If something is trying to control you, if a set of values that are not yours or not desirable to you are controlling you, then this is where you are moving away from them and towards something better. And you're being supported to do so. That's the picture for this week. It's very, very powerful energetically. But it's not to be feared. It's to be embraced and worked with. This is how we go somewhere better. And those are decisions that you need to make. They can't be made for you. That's the work of this week for the collective. I'll move on now to the 12 signs from Aries through to Pisces, and we'll get a sense of how this is all going to play out. Hi, what else is possible? Hi, Stardust and Cards. Hi, Deirdre. Hi, Amber. So the first sign is going to be Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 30th of June to the 6th of July, 2019. Okay. 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 I mentioned moving away from groups of people, ideas, cultures, these kinds of things. There's also responsibility within this for your part in where you are at the moment as well. And Aries, I feel like some of you are not taking so much responsibility for your part in it. So I feel finger pointing and blame coming out of you if you're not bringing things under control. It's like, well, I'm not responsible for that. That's because of that. That's because of that. That's because of that. That's because of that. And no, you're not responsible for everything. But what are the things under your control? What are you responsible for? And where are you deflecting from that? The messenger shows up in your conscious mind. So you're very, very good at talking a good fight, pointing things out, things about the world, things about other people. Are you taking your own self into account as well? Because that's part of the work that you have to do this week. You're finding that difficult. Deep down, you're finding that difficult. The Two of Pentacles is showing up. If I take responsibility for this, if I let go of these preconceptions, if I let go of these belief systems or adapt them or adjust them, or I look at them in a different way, what else am I giving up? This is what's holding you in place, is the belief that by moving forward, you lose something. If you're going to lose something, it's going to make you intransigent if you believe that, and then you point the finger, point, and then you get stuck. So that's a trap that's been laid for you. It's a trap that's been laid for you. You're not helping yourself in that way. Death is showing up as your situation. Death is showing up as your situation because there's another way of understanding this, another way of viewing this, but it needs you to look deeper, deeper. Get into that bedrock, get into those belief systems that you've built your world and life around, that you've taken for granted, that are so entrenched now that they flare up in different places, even when you feel that they don't. This is quite major for you. Deconstruction required here, Aries. Requires stopping, thinking, re-evaluating, and letting some old stuff go. Letting some old stuff go in order that you can understand differently, move forward in a different way. Judgment showing up as your challenge. Judgment showing up. This is awful. It should be better than this. I know it should be better than this. But what are the ways in which I'm limiting my own worldview? Who are the people who I'm shutting out, cutting out, not listening to? What am I not taking into account? What do I need to shed in order to be able to take things into account? What's in the way? Is it pride? Is it habit? Is it conditioning? Is it adherence to the belief systems of those around you in order to not rock the boat or to impress them? Strength showing up as well. Strength showing up that tells you that you need to take that power that you have as an Aries, sun, moon, or rising. And there is a power to reshape things. There is a power to do new things. And you need to use that power on yourself and your internal world as well. Very, very easy to go into battles and fight when it's you against the world, the external world. When it's you against your internal world, that you need to take apart in order to reframe it, reform it, which is what's coming up for you with death, judgment, and strength. More difficult, but within your power, within your power. This comes down to what is important to you. It's not loss. It's development, it's growth. It's taking responsibility for your part in it, Aries. Remember, the energy is supportive at this time. It's a good time to be doing this work. I hope that makes sense for you, Aries. The next sign is going to be Taurus. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising for the 30th of June to the 6th of July 2019. And if you're watching, please remember to like the video and please remember to share the video. That helps a huge amount. Taurus. Okay, Taurus. You're trying to stay on top of things. It's a very emotional time for you at the moment, Taurus. It's a very emotional time. And while you have a conscious urge to kind of move outwards and do stuff, it's getting very emotional. The world feels quite intimidating, quite oppressive, quite sort of closing in, almost very close. And I feel you in a space potentially of closing off. I don't want to see anymore. And you're doing that privately. I don't feel like people know that you're going through that necessarily, but privately you feel like it's all too much. And the reason you feel that is because of the need to make shifts in your life as well. So this is a common theme. This is a common theme of making shifts to belief systems, making shifts to approaches, making shifts to our attitude to ourselves, to the world, everything else. Come up for the collective, appearing this way for you, Taurus. Two of Wands shows up in your conscious mind. You're trying to regain some sort of control, and you're trying to regain control, I feel, by closing off. Being like, well, look, if I can't control anything out there, then at least I can control my exposure to it. And the best way to do that is just to shut it out. It's where you're coming from. Your subconscious process, death shows up again. I said there were big changes coming. It is eclipse season. You can expect this. The world may be intimidating. The world may be scary. It's also not going to shift if you just close off and stay where you are. I feel like you're subconsciously blocking your process, blocking development, blocking the space to move forward to. There's rigidity, and it's a resistance to change. It's a resistance to letting go of certain things that are rotten as well. Externally, internally, doesn't make a difference. There is a way through this. The way through it is not by pretending with the King of Cups that you're okay, that nothing's affecting you. Being able to deal and cope and manage is good. Being able to see a way forward is good. Telling the world that you're absolutely fine, you don't need help emotionally, you don't need help with your feelings, that you'll be all right. Being the support for everyone else, but not having support for yourself, or asking for support for yourself because you're acting externally like it's fine, even though it's not. That's not so good. It is an uncertain and an unstable time because it's a time of change for you, Taurus. 5 of Pentacles is showing up for you. And I mentioned sort of shutting out the outside world, or here sort of sitting safely away from it. And maybe you do need to sit safely away from it for a time. But you do so coming back to yourself and your inner process. And you do so recognizing that it's in flux. And because it's in flux, it can be changed. It can be changed positively. It can be changed in a good way. I feel the need for you to really come back to yourself at the start of this week, maybe today, and get a sense of that. Get a sense of your inner turmoil. Not so as you can stay in a place of turmoil, but so as you can reach some insight and understanding that allows you to set fresh intentions of where you want to move forward to. You also need, I feel, to be calling in support from those who are able to help you manage. King of Cups figure there. You don't have to be this figure, but this figure is around you. This is somebody who can help you to plan a way forward and get going. And you need that. You absolutely need that, Taurus. You need that impetus, that guidance to find your way forward. Work with somebody to find that. Ask somebody for support as well, but work with somebody to plan a way forward. And set those intentions and move on them this week. Ace of Swords. Move into action because you have all of these tools available to you. When you close off in the way that you have been, which is different to taking time to rest, recover, pull back, you're kind of closing yourself off to all the things that are available to you as well. And that's people who can help. And that's also your ability to reconstruct your inner world and to act upon the outer in a positive way. 2 of Wands, Ace of Swords, big changes that you can be making. Work towards those. Recognize that change is coming, but what you bring to that helps to determine where that goes, Taurus. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Gemini. Hi, Love Goddess. Hi, Neighborhood Arts. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 30th of June to the 6th of July, 2019. Okay, Gemini. Someone's offering you a bit of hope, I feel, this week, as the week goes on, Gemini. Someone's offering you a bit of hope, and you need to be prepared to let them in to do that. Somebody is coming in who I feel is quite erratic, but who is going to stir things up for you, enable you to see things and act in a different way. So they're coming in, they're helping to guide you forward. Helping to guide you forward. And I sort of see you almost breaking down in tears and thanking them if you let them in. They're showing up as the Knight of Wands. Coming in with some insight. With some insight and being very direct about it. Actually, it's this. Actually, you need this. Actually, I see who you are, but this is what's going to help you. So they're motivating and encouraging you, but I also feel they're showing you a great compassion here, a great understanding. It's quite a helpful Knight of Wands. You might be a little reserved. You might be a little hesitant about taking their help. Queen of Swords shows up in your subconscious. Can I really trust you? Who are you? What do I know about you? Maybe you're going to hurt me. Maybe I should stay away. Maybe. You need to give this person a chance. You need to give this person a chance because they're bringing something important to your picture. One of the pieces of the puzzle, one of the tools that you're going to need, Gemini. Three of Pentacles. One part of it. You bring certain tools, you bring certain gifts, certain attributes, and they're offering something to you as well, Gemini. And I feel they will get very quickly to the heart of the matter. Very, very valuable person coming in for you who will help you to see and plan this way forward. With the Hermit showing up, I feel like you've done enough introspection in that sense by yourself. Someone else comes in, gives you some insights. Show some gratitude, be grateful, and see how that checks out with your inner process. Don't push them back, rule it out, but don't overthink either. Simply come back and allow that to settle and to guide you. It's going to help you to see a way forward. I feel that a lot of you Geminis have felt a bit stuck, a bit blocked. You got to a certain stage and then, oh, what do I do now? Seven of Pentacles is your final card. So I feel like this is going to help you to see what you do next, how you move outwards, onwards, upwards, how you expand. It means being willing to accept criticism, advice, and insight from the outside. But I feel there is somebody coming in this week who is absolutely going to help you to reframe, rephrase, and open up fresh possibilities. And they are somebody who sees you. And yes, they're quite direct, but they see you. They see you, and therefore it's in your interest to take your shields down and let them in, Gemini. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 30th of June to the 6th of July 2019. Solar eclipse in your sign in 2 days, Cancer. Hi, Tara. Please remember to like and share the video, everyone. Cancer. Cancer. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. This is complicated, Cancer. I don't want to say how to break this to you because it's not bad, but it might feel a bit overwhelming in the middle of it. Lots of stuff coming in this week. Actions, insights, changes, things being sort of blasted away really suddenly. Really, really suddenly. And your first instinct might be to duck for cover or try to hold on to things rather than letting them be disintegrated in this way. Big, big changes. 5 of Swords. What do I do? What do I do? You might be trying to sort of frantically hang on to things. Isn't the thing to do here. You need to face this and let what is disintegrating go, because it's going to open stuff up for you. The teacher, traditionally the emperor, is in your conscious mind. So I said you might try and hold on to things, do things as you have been doing. Not going to work. Not going to work. Going to prolong the difficulties. What's driving you subconsciously? The 9 of Pentacles. Will I be okay? Will I be okay? Will I be okay? How do I build a fortress? How do I stop this? How do I protect myself? How do I do all of this? You don't. You face it head on. You face it head on. 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords. Didn't say it was going to be easy. And it's not easy. But there's no point trying to hide away from something that is obvious and happening all around you. You protect yourself a little bit, sure. Just a little bit. But you don't need to collapse or despair over this either. This is... it's explosive. It's explosive. And obviously you can, you know, get into a shelter or whatever for a little bit, or whatever the equivalent of that Oz is, you know, not literally, but you get the idea. But it's going to be a different picture once the dust settles. So yes, it's a trying time, Cancer. But the difficulties are only really going to be there and stay there if you try and hold on, try and prolong the inevitable. Remember, moving on to something better, all of us. So what needs to go can go. Yes, it's quite sudden. Yes, it's big. But it's also going to usher in big, big positive changes and a new way of seeing your own world, your place within it, and what the potentials actually are. I hope that makes sense for you, Cancer. The next sign is going to be Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For the 30th of June to the 6th of July, 2019. Leo. 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 Okay. You know what your preconceptions are closing you off to, Leo? Closing you off to relationships. Closing you off to connecting to the right people. And that includes in a romantic sense. So this is what you're going to be working with this week. It's like you're feeling attracted to someone. Feeling attracted to someone and being like, oh, really? Them? Really? Don't think so. So you're trying to overrule your feelings. You're trying to overrule your inner processes. You're trying to overrule your intuition here. High Priestess showing up. And you're trying to overrule that within you. I know better. Can't be them. Not my type. Don't really want that. Rigid way of thinking. Rigid way of approaching things. Rigid way of relating. Your traditional way of relating. What you've regarded as wisdom. What you've regarded as wisdom, and you spent so long building it up that now it's in your way, but you don't want to get rid of it even though you need to. Shows up for you with the Messenger. Traditionally the Hierophant. It's going to be like this. That's the kind of person I go for. That's the kind of relationship I want. Bullshit. Bullshit when you're in a process is telling you something else. And when actually you're feeling a harmonious connection with someone that should be grounds for celebration for pursuing it with the Four of Wands. So what's your challenge? Seven of Cups. Fresh ideas, imagination, playing about, experimenting, opening up to possibilities that you hadn't considered. Situations you hadn't considered, people or ways of doing things, relating to them that you hadn't considered. And yes, this can include partners. That's the shift for you. Where are you holding yourself back from that? Where are you being so rigid that you can't actually embrace and go after a good thing now? And it can be a good thing. This can be exactly what you're looking for with the Ten of Pentacles. Someone who holds you in place, somebody who fits with you, even if they fit outside the box of what you told yourself you were going to go for. Someone who allows you to be your best self. Someone who you offer that to as well. And it's as simple as that. So don't close off to it. Don't overrule your feelings. Don't overrule your inner process. Don't overrule what's right in front of you and needs to be explored, Leo. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising for the 30th of June to the 6th of July. Hi, La Luna. Hi, Marianne. Virgo. 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 Don't forget to hit that like button, everyone. Okay, Virgo. Some of you Virgos, and this is specific, but it's a pattern that may apply to more of you, may only really have one person in the world who you truly like, who you truly trust, who you truly want to be around you. And yet I know you're the sign of the Hermit, but this is a little bit much. This could be a partner, it could be a close friend, it could be a family member, but it's like the one person who you would turn to, open up about all parts of yourself, go to in a crisis. No one else actually gets close to you apart from that. Shows up as justice. Shows up as justice. They're the one who you feel gets it. But in the process, you then deprecate everyone else and don't really give them a chance. And in doing so, you load a lot of pressure onto them. Make this a far more intense connection, a far more intense relationship. Maybe deny them a bit of room to breathe. 10 of Wands. So you sort of restrict yourself and you restrict them, and this is a good relationship for you, and it's a good connection and everything else, but it also limits both of you. And the reason that you do this is because you're very, very scared of what could lie beyond it. And what could lie beyond the you that you present to the world? What could lie beyond the you that you share with this person? Surely that's it. Surely it's finite. Well, no, it's not. 7 of Swords in your subconscious. It's not finite at all. There's a lot that you're keeping from the world, but there's a lot that you're keeping from yourself. Because there's more to you than the reflection of this person. There's more to you than just this one relationship, this one connection. And you need to go deeper and understand what it is and understand the wounding that prevents you from accessing that and connecting to more people than this in a deep way. 3 of Swords. So there's wounding there, but you're also at this time wounding yourself and wounding them by focusing entirely on the connection to this person. It's limiting. It's limiting, and there is a need to be able to connect to other people. Now, where are you going to meet other people? Connect to them. Well, you're an earth sign, Virgo. You're an earth sign, and therefore, best way for you to meet other people is in areas of creativity. Potentially areas of service, but more areas of creativity. Join a writing group. Join a book club. Join an art class. Join a dance class. You will feel freer around new people in a creative act that means collaborating with them, working alongside them, getting to know them in that context. That may help you to lower some of your barriers, and it may help you to feel like you can be with more people than you currently believe yourself to be able to be with or allow yourself to be with. This is what you're opening up to this week, Virgo. I hope that makes sense for you. The last card was the 8 of Pentacles. The next sign is going to be Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 30th of June to the 6th of July 2019. Libra. Libra. Okay, Libra. I did say set clear intentions, and you should, but that in itself shouldn't be overwhelming. I feel like, Libra, you have the idea that if you decide to go in a certain direction, connect with a certain person, embark on a certain journey, a certain project, a certain way of doing things, that, oh no, that's final now and that's all I can ever do, and it's so restrictive. And what if I chosen that option or that option or that option or that option or that option? Okay. You know, you can test the water. You can test the water, and you know, like, yes, you should follow through on commitments and stuff, but like, if something that you try out or that you start to follow doesn't work, you know, you can say no at any time, right? You know, it's a free will universe, that you have that degree of control, Libra. You know, you're not going to lose face, or if you do whatever, it doesn't matter. Seven of Wands in your conscious mind. Defensive in a sense, but what you're protecting yourself from, I feel, is other people's judgment. Oh, not serious, wasn't that serious, didn't finish it off. Oh, we'll change their mind. Oh, indecisive Libra. No. Fuck that. Like, you can try stuff out. If it turns out not to be right, you do something else. Try something else. Reshape it, reform it, get a new vision, get a new idea. And you can reshape as well, realign a bit. It's not always either or. You can try a few things, bring them together, see what works. Eight of Cups is in your subconscious, so it's kind of like it's all or nothing for you. You're loading so much pressure onto yourself, Libra, rather than taking things slow, simple, and feeling into them. With the Knight of Swords, this is your... Has to be that, or has to be that. Can't be both. Can't be a bit of each. Why not? Test the water with the Ace of Cups. Yes, new beginnings, but new beginnings don't have to be certain ends. They're not life sentences. This is supposed to liberate you, Libra, not trap you. And what's more, yes, you have to put in to get out. That's true. Like, you have to be doing something, offering something. That's fine. Healthy. But you don't have to give everything away either. Just wow. Six of Pentacles, your final card. Try stuff out and feel where the support is as well. Feel what feels right to you. Feel where you feel like you can work with other people. Do things together where you're contributing to something greater than you. You're loading all of this pressure onto yourself. It's unnecessary pressure, and it makes you want to run away, and there's no need. Slow it down. Try things out. Try a few things out. Feel your way in, and you'll see which one is right for you, Libra. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 30th of June to the 6th of July 2019. Scorpio. Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. Yeah. Remember, new beginnings, moving on, everyone. That's the collective message. Support for that, and learning to do things differently and going about things differently. So Scorpio, when a situation has ended, a conflict, an argument, a disagreement, or just something that didn't quite work out, if it's definitely ended and you know it's ended, does it matter if you have the last word or not? I feel like you're stopping yourself from moving forward, freeing yourself by insisting on staying locked into something that reached a conclusion. Yeah, but I haven't given them a full piece of my mind yet. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not for anything. It's not for anything. You're giving up power. You're surrendering power. You're in suspension, Scorpio. In suspension. You can't see clearly the way forward because you're too focused on that. You're too focused on that. Well, I have to finish this like this so as I can move on. Why? Why? Why not just move away, move on to the things that you need to do, that are calling to you, that actually make you feel good, that make you feel better than having the last word and getting one over on someone who's not that important to you anyway, so why does it matter? Giving up power. Knight of Pentacles in your subconscious, slowing you up, scrutinizing, hyper-analyzing things that are already done. Doesn't matter, Scorpio. So what have we got for you? Judgment. Knight of Wands. Bit more exciting than the Knight of Pentacles, you know, the Knight of Wands. Gets shit done. Starts fresh fires, starts new fires. Active. Gets the idea, goes after it. In a creative way, Scorpio. In a creative way, because you've recognized what isn't right for you anymore. Good. It's not right for you. If it's not right for you, then stop investing energy in it. Stop investing yourself in it. It's draining you. It's blocking you. There's no need for it. There's no need for it when you can be more active, more dynamic, and start something fresh and exciting with the Ace of Wands. Something that's waiting to be born, something that's waiting to burst forth, with you directing your energy and your focus upon it. That's your choice this week. It's like, you know, and that's what you're doing with the eclipse energy. It's like, are you going to welcome in the new, go after the new, or are you going to painfully cling on to what is being taken going because it's finished and it's no good for you anyway, and what's the point? It's kind of as simple as that. You don't even need to know where the new stuff that you want, that you're drawn to, ends up. But you can invest in it. You can put energy into it. and you can know that it's better than the bullshit that you are leaving behind. I hope that makes sense for you, Scorpio. The next sign is going to be Sagittarius. Sag. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising for the 30th of June to the 6th of July 2019. Sag. I feel like you're fearing like public exposure, Sagittarius. There's something that you've been working on. This could be creative. It could be a plan of some kind, but they're showing me something. Showing me like you creating and playing a piece of music. And it doesn't have to be music, that's symbolic, but there's something you've been working on and you're not feeling ready to show it to the world, but you've been working on it for a long time, and maybe it's time to start to show it to other people and bring them in. You're like, no, I want it to be perfect. It's not perfect yet. You're judging it really harshly. Judging it really harshly. I want it to be perfect. I have to get it right. Knight of Swords in your subconscious needs to be spot on to get there directly. Don't want criticism, don't like criticism. In your conscious mind is the Four of Swords. Matches up to what they showed me. Fine, they're typing, but matches up to what they showed me. And maybe this creative project is your respite from the world, but it's also something that you can offer and give to the world. Because actually it's something that you're good at, that you've been working on. And you'll help the world by showing it with them, sharing it with them. Two of Wands. You're creating something, you're making something. It's really impressive. Maybe people have put down your work or your creative stuff in the past, and that's why you're keeping it to yourself, but you don't need to hear. You don't need to hear. There's people who want to see, hear, get to know what you're creating, Sagittarius. Seven of Cups. It's not what if they hate it, it's what if they love it. What if they love it, and what if they can help me to make it even better? What if this goes somewhere, takes me somewhere? Opens up possibilities for you, Sagittarius. Someone has obviously criticized or put down these signs of you in the past. And that's painful, and you've been healing from it. Don't let that figure or those people from the past stop you from putting your stuff out there now. Page of Pentacles. It opens up possibilities for you. It opens up and expands you. All you need to be doing is sharing that stuff about yourself or what you've been creating that you've been keeping very, very private because you fear being judged harshly. You're worried what that will do to you. But I feel people liking what you're doing, maybe helping you to develop it even further. Really, really positive. And I feel there may be somebody coming in as well. Could be an earth sign. might be therefore Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn, Sun, Moon or Rising, who is able to encourage you, come along with you, help you with this as well. I hope that makes sense for you, Sagittarius. The next sign is going to be Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising for the 30th of June to the 6th of July 2019. Capricorn. Capricorn. Cappies. Okay. Someone's not listening to their heart, Capricorn. Someone is not listening to their heart, is trying to overrule it through logic, through reason. Wanting to continue business as usual, even when your heart is telling you something else is important. So for a start, you need to be shutting off some of that mental process in order to feel into that this week, Capricorn, in order to follow it. For some of you, that is telling you to stop what you're doing, or at least slow it down or make changes to it. And for some of you, it's telling you to devote your attention to something else or someone else. Making time for someone, making time for love in your life of whatever form, Capricorn. Could be romantic, could be a potential relationship, doesn't have to be. Love has a lot of forms. Two of Cups. Two of Cups in your mind, and yet you're trying to put it out of your mind in order to focus on the task at hand. But that's in your mind because your heart's fed it there. Oh, but I know what I'm doing. It will destabilize me. It will get in the way. I just want to carry on with my work. Very Capricorn approach. 10 of Pentacles in your subconscious. You feel like you know what you're doing. I need to do this. I need all my attention devoted to this. Therefore, I've got no time for that. I'm going to ignore my feelings. Focus on the task at hand. But you can do more than one thing, Capricorn. You can do more than one thing. You are multifunctional. It's going to do that and get good at it. No? Balance. Do other stuff as well, okay? Your challenge is the King of Cups. Offering, receiving love, being able to deal with complicated situations, being able to deal with competing priorities, being able to work through limitation and restriction rather than imposing it upon yourself or adding to it yourself, Capricorn. These are the shifts that you need to be making this week, because there's people who need you around them, and it will be good for you. It will help you. Absolutely will. Final card is Strength. Follow your heart to that person or those people or those things that you need to be doing, without neglecting or dropping the things that you're already doing and are already important to you, because it can be both. You can have your cake and eat it. You absolutely can. So yes, you're still making your way across that wire, doing all of that over time as well. Over time. It's why you don't have to rush, so that's fine. But you can do that and build these connections. Follow this as well. Don't need to be in this all or nothing place. So you can carry on with what's important to you, as long as it still is, but open yourself up to the other side of things as well, Capricorn. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Aquarius. Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising for the 30th of June to the 6th of July 2019. Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. The first thing is that you might be quite grumpy going into this week. Quite grumpy. You're getting irritated by people, things, situations, but especially people. Especially people. Making you quite avoidant as well. I feel it making you quite avoidant. I don't want to go there because they're going to be there. I don't want to be here because of that and this and this and all of that. I just want it to go away. Three of Wands in your conscious mind. So I feel that, yeah, you're trying to control your space and make sure you're not exposed to things you don't want to be exposed to, but you're not necessarily doing so in a healthy way because it feels quite pessimistic. It feels quite pessimistic. Being driven by the Knight of Swords. Sick of all this. I want to be out of here. I want to be out of here. I want to go where people who actually understand me are. And it's okay to want to have the right people around you, but I also feel you're not giving a lot of people a chance, Aquarius. Be very careful of the ego taking over here. Inflating, giving you a sense of superiority. Where is that coming from? With the Ace of Cups, I feel it's coming from being disconnected from feelings, from not admitting to a sadness that you're carrying around. So you need to understand what's actually driving and motivating you here, Aquarius, in order that the boundaries you set are healthy, in order that you're not going off at people, losing your shit with people, being unfair to people. And getting in touch with your feelings will give you a clearer mind to make decisions with. Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. So when we're setting intentions and moving forward here, Aquarius, it is about understanding why you're behaving like you are, why Some people feel like they're wrong to you, or you feel like, oh, I don't want anything to do with them, or this, or this, or this, or this, or this, or this. What is driving it, Aquarius? You have to be doing that work so as you can make clear decisions. So as you can make clear decisions that lead you to success, that is genuine, that offers something that helps. And when I say it helps, I don't just mean helping yourself, I mean helping collectively, Aquarius, because you are the sign of inclusion, you are the sign of equality, you are the sign of humanitarianism. You can't be very inclusionist and humanitarian if so much of you is just misanthropic. So come to an understanding of what is driving that, deconstruct it, break it down, order that you can think clearly, move towards something better with the Six of Wands, something that you can commit to and move towards that is beneficial, rather than just moving away for the sake of it, Knight of Swords. I hope that makes sense for you, Aquarius. The next sign is going to be Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising for the 30th of June to the 6th of July 2019. Okay, Pisces. Yep. There's stuff that you're guided towards, Pisces. There's supposed to be stuff that you're going towards. There's supposed to be new things that you want to embrace, do, engage with. That's the collective energy. That's the energy of the eclipse. Moving towards something. Moving towards something. A supportive energy. Learning new things. We said this, okay? And you are infused by something, but you don't trust it. But you're infused by it, but you don't trust it. So you are blocking yourself from following it, from opening up in the optimism that you need to. But it's right there and you want to, but oh, it's too much and I can't, and it'll go wrong anyway because everything falls to shit, but it doesn't have to. King of Cups in your conscious mind. I want to. Actually, this can be good. Head towards it or go somewhere. Actually, this makes me feel good. In your subconscious, Nine of Swords. King of Cups, Nine of Swords. Oh, but I can't. I'll be unprotected. I'll be exposed. It can all turn to shit. So complicated then. Complicated. The Empress is showing up for you. The Empress is showing up for you. There's that light. There's that light. You're actually carrying your own light towards this. You're moving towards something, but this is really, really positive for you. It is. It is if you can get over. You have a belief that anything good will disintegrate, fall apart, fall away. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. It feels like a belief system for you more than anything else, Pisces. But the only thing that is wrong is if you do nothing at all and don't follow the things that you want to do, that you're drawn to, that enthuse you, that inspire you. You're guided towards this. That's the first thing. And so, where is that fear of it all going wrong coming from? Well, shitty experiences, probably. Shitty experiences. People have hurt you. Things have been taken away from you. It's been cruel. It's been cruel. However, this feels positive and like a new start and a new beginning, and you go and make the most of it. Not only is the way there lit, but with the Hermit, it's going to help you. It's going to help you to find your own light. For all the pessimism, for all the bad experiences that you've had, Pisces, something within you is still saying, no, but I want to go and do this. This excites me. So which of these is going to get bigger and which is going to get smaller? Now, you can't heal the wound overnight. No one expects you to, or to deny it, because that's not healthy. But which one can you focus on? It's the inner light that is guiding you there. It's the fact this makes you feel free, makes you feel capable, able to do more. Don't cut yourself off from a good thing that is right there for you, Pisces. That is what you need to be embracing this week. I hope that makes sense for you. That is all 12 signs. Thank you all so much for sitting with me through those. Hi, Purple Wave. Hi, Philippa. Thank you for promoting my channel, Neighborhood Arts. That's really kind of you. The deck, this deck is the Next World Tarot by Christy C. Rode. It's a beautiful trans-inclusive, gender-inclusive, racially inclusive deck. I love working with it. I have time now to pull cards for a couple of people. If you have a question for me, please pop it in the live chat and I'll see which of you I'm drawn to. If my work helps you and you'd like to make a donation, my details for that are just in the box below. If you'd like to book a personal reading, if there's any area of life that I can help you with, if I can help you to set intentions for this eclipse season, if there's anything else you'd like me to work on with you, details for that are also in the box below. I'd be really happy to work with you, connect with you. Please like and share the video, and please subscribe and enable notifications. I have one question so far. It's from Melody Melodical. Questions about prospects for a new job. Let me have a look for you, Melody. Melody Melodical. Thank you, Purple Wave. Melody Melodical. Prospects for a new job. I've had two cards flip up. I don't feel like you're short of options, Melody, in this sense. I feel like there are lots of directions you could go in. There are lots of directions you could go in, but you are ruling some out. You're ruling some out because you're scared of being found out, or because you've been put down in the past. And that's kind of limited your aspirations in that sense, made it harder for you to go after bigger or more challenging things. And so you're setting your sights quite low. And there's a need to be a bit more expensive at this time because you're not who you were when people have been dismissive to you or told you you're not good enough in the past. You always were good enough, but you're not that person now. 7 of Cups, plenty of options. Which one do I go for? Try a few out. What's blocking you? 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords. Someone dented your confidence. Somebody really dented your confidence. But the final card showing up for you is Judgment. Moving forward, moving onwards, moving upwards. You have to follow what you're drawn to. Don't overthink it. What grabs you is what you need to be doing, what you should be doing, but you need to be considering lots of options. I hope that makes sense for you, Melody. Let me see who else is in the live chat. Love Goddess, thank you. In reference to love and matters of the heart, what is the most important message for me? The most important message for you is that you're limiting your options, Love Goddess. You're limiting your options. And you're doing so because you're scared to truly take a chance on something. Truly let go and be in something at this time. If it's something that is unfamiliar. And there's a reason for that, and it's a subconscious process that is locking you in place, holding you in place, telling you to stay with what's familiar, what's safe. Universe, shadow work, but also the Fool. So the answer is right there inside of you as to why you're doing this. 4 of Pentacles. You are holding yourself back, cutting yourself off, making yourself smaller, limiting your options. And that is what needs to shift in order for you to get where you're going, because the possibilities out there are enormous. You need to be willing to take a chance on them. I hope that makes sense for you. Purple Wave 1, 2, 3. Options on my spiritual path. Guide. Okay, Purple Wave. Purple Wave 1, 2, 3. Options on my spiritual path for Purple Wave. Yeah. Yeah. I talked about limited options for someone else just now, Purple Wave. You're dealing with something not dissimilar. With the sort of directions you're trying to go in, it feels quite all or nothing for you. I either commit to this way or this way. But if I commit to that, then all of that is falling away. If I commit to that, then all of that is falling away. And it shows up on both sides here. 5 of Cups, 5 of Swords. So you're only seeing the bad in the change moving forward, potentially that's holding you back. You're seeing it as being bad, and you're also seeing it as all or nothing, and you're seeing it as either or, and it's none of those things. Loading pressure onto the decisions, loading pressure to get it right. But you can try stuff out, you can follow it, see what works, bring it together. Like, you're not here to be instructed or told, you're here to empower yourself, to bring together the things that help, those tools to help you. That's what they're for, you know? Not, oh, I have to do this way, I have to do this way, I need a teacher, I need a guru, I need a master. Bullshit. No one in the world needs a master or a guru. You're here to learn and empower yourself. Try things out. Knight of Pentacles, piece by piece. I'll try this here, I'll try this with this. How does this work? Okay, I'm learning, doing. And it's as simple as that. There are no wrong moves here. This is your development. Life will carry you forward. All you need to do is approach with an open mind and an open heart. Take the pressure off yourself and off of the situation. I hope that makes sense for you. Janice Gaines, I'm looking at major shifts in my home, relationship and career within the next year. Any guidance in any direction? Okay, Janice. Big changes, Janice, then. Let's have a look. Don't overcommit. Don't do all these things at once, okay? I feel like you need to focus on something that you need to move on first, because instantly I've got all these things coming at once and it's quite overwhelming. And where's the stability, and where's the grounding, and where is what you can rely on and count on to help you through it? Ace of Swords. These are all things you can do. Do you need to do them all? Do you need to do them all at once? 4 of Pentacles. What is going to hold you in place? What is going to hold you in place? That needs to be your focus. That needs to be your focus, because otherwise you're going to get overwhelmed. And when you get overwhelmed, suddenly you start to lose hope. 3 of Swords. You can make all of these changes in time. You absolutely can, but the pressure you're loading onto yourself is very, very high. 7 of Wands as your final card. You will see this through. You absolutely will. But a big part of that is staying power, staying the course. It doesn't have to happen all so fast. Step by step, piece by piece. Choose the most pressing focus, but make sure there's still something familiar to hold on to that holds you in place. I hope that makes sense to you. Sujata J, how can I ground myself and be functional again? How to find my purpose. Am I still guided? Okay. Common theme, overwhelming ourselves, putting too much pressure on. I have to have all the answers now. I need to be the finished article now. Two of Pentacles showing up for you. You're feeling like in order to move forward, you need to leave stuff behind. But if I bring that, if I do that and it's new, that's too much. What's ungrounding you is like believing that anything new is a big change, a big shift, and the ground sort of falls away. So you're not expecting the ground to be there. With the teacher showing up, teacher traditionally the emperor. I feel a need for routine that brings in other people, groups of people, or individual people, but there's a need for a routine. This could be a class of some kind, studying with other people. This could be potentially writing, studying texts of some kind. You need this kind of familiarity, I feel. And it could just be, it's a group of some kind, but it's where you can come together with other people and work on something together, understand something together, and just know that's there for you. There's probably a need for some kind of healer or counselor or something similar as well. These are stabilizing tools that help to hold you in place and hold space for you and allow you to see some of the beauty out there with the Page of Cups showing up. I feel like you perceive quite a lot of the world potentially as hostile at times. A lot of us do. It's difficult. There's a need to go more slowly, take things in, smell the flowers, appreciate the beauty in everything around you. And I feel there are groups of people who help you to do that. Seeing the beauty and the love and the experiences you're having and the people around you and who you encounter, all of this is quite vital. And all of this that helps to hold you in place on this planet is necessary. The final part of this is trusting the process, trusting that you're in the right place, trusting that you're evolving, trusting that you're developing as you need to. Suspension. You don't need to know the outcome because you're already in the right place and going the right way. And so what matters here simply is to trust that. It's to trust that, to connect with those groups of people and maybe with an individual to help hold space for you, and to allow yourself to see the beauty in people, situations, things, everything around you, and to see the beauty in all parts of yourself as well, even the parts that you might reject at times. I hope that makes sense for you. Thank you all for tuning in and being here. Please remember to like and share the video. Please remember to subscribe and enable notifications. If you'd like to make a donation to this channel, my details are just in the box below. If you'd like to book a personal reading or an astrology reading, my details for those are also just in the box below. Help me by liking, sharing, and commenting on the video if you can. I'm going to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful Sunday night. And I will see you all again really, really soon. Thank you for being here.